Hello and welcome to this overview of PWD. My name's Rob Woods. I write software or code, web-based products as a hobby and just to develop my own skills. My background is in systems administration and IT infrastructure. I've worked at all different levels, from service desk to IT management. But this is an area that I've recently decided that I would like to develop some more skills in. So I have embarked on multiple projects, this being the first one to be released. It's called PWD because when I first started in IT, I worked on a telephone support desk when we created a ticket for customers with password related issues. This is the three-letter code we used for password issues, PWD. As of the first quarter of 2025, this is the first release edition of PWD. There will be more features. There are features planned already. The other thing I would like to say before we go and do a quick overview is that all the code is bespoke. It's all made by myself. So you won't find any Google or Java includes. Everything's written by me, with one exception at this stage. So there are no proprietary or third-party dependencies. Particularly for something like this, security is foremost in my mind. I don't think that you should be tracked or profited from because I've used somebody else's third-party component. In due course, that one element that I was referring to earlier, the exception, you'll see when we go to create an account on here that I'm using reCAPTCHA. So the basic overview of the site, you can see here that we have three boxes: simple passcode, strong passcode, and API instructions. Simple passcode, if you visit the site, you can just click on the button and you get a passcode, a random passcode out of the millions that we have available. You can click on that as many times as you like and get a passcode, and if you find one you like, use it however you wish. Same for the strong passcode, and again, this is early stages yet. We will include at some point the ability to specify the minimum password length, for example. Then there are API instructions, which we won't go into detail with on this video, but there will be other videos on the API and how you can use it in your projects. The first thing that we need to do if we want to take advantage of all the features of PWD is to create an account. To create an account, you'll need to put in your email address. So we're going to put in an email address here, and we use a reCAPTCHA to prove we're not a robot, and then we log on or create an account. So log on. If the account existed already, then it would be the logon process, which you'll see in a short while. The registration process is fairly straightforward. You can give yourself a username and then create portal account. It's called a portal account because I have in mind another project that this would be relevant to, so I've just left it at portal account for now. Create the account, and then it's asking now the password and the 6-digit code. Because we're dealing with passcodes, and in this day and age we need to be a bit more secure, this PWD supports MFA or two-factor authentication. In reality, at the moment, only via email. So what we'll find is that on the login attempt here, if I click on refresh, we have received an email with a verification code, which is a one-time use, so it'll never be the same. Put that in there, and then the passcode. At this point, if I reset the password, it will send me a new passcode based on PWD. But for now, we'll just complete the login, and we get a welcome, the ability to go to my account, and also the cookie and privacy policy is presented to you for review. So we're signed in now without going to my account or anything. Straight away, if I now click on a simple passcode, you'll see that I now have a save button. So I can, if I want to keep this password, I can save it. Because I haven't used this before and I don't have any groups, it's asking me to enter a new group. There are no other options. So a new group name. So I'm going to call this simple passcodes. Rob Woods. Okay, I don't recommend using this for storing your banking passcodes at this point in time. It's certainly a risky thing to do. But since there are no other details besides the passcode, it's maybe okay to do this. But I wouldn't put all of your details into this just for security. I think that would be a general rule. I've saved it, and now it's confirmed that that one is saved, and it's just showing me the next one. And I can move on to a strong passcode to do the same, or I can go into my account and manage my passcodes. But I'll come to that in just a second. The first thing on the screen on your My Account is the password token management. This is for the API. Like I said, you don't need one of these to use the API in its basic form, so you can retrieve a simple or strong passcode, but that's all you can do. And that's actually enough, I would think, for most use cases. The password management here is for your sign in to this service. So you can, if you want to change your password and you want to gamble on what password that will be, you can click on email a new password and it will send you a random one, a random strong one from the password pool, or you can input your own password here yourself, just so that it fits with your criteria. Additionally, on the bottom right here, you have your contact preferences, so you can edit those. You can change your email address. You can change your username. This isn't used for anything in particular. It's just what we call you on certain screens. Your first name and surname. Again, it's just a reference. You can put anything you like in here, like I've done test user. So you can be completely anonymous, and heaven forbid if the password database here is compromised in any way, it really isn't relevant apart from the email address to anyone in particular, and doesn't necessarily identify anyone. You'll see down here as well, you have the ability to turn two-factor codes off and on. By default, it's on, but you can turn that off if it's annoying for you. In the future, we are also going to support multi-factor authentication apps. So if you have a plugin in your browser or mobile phone with, I don't know, Microsoft Authenticator, something similar, you will be able to utilize the code that appears on that to sign in. So to manage your passcodes, remember we created a passcode already, a simple one. If we click on Manage Passcodes, you can see just a little brief explanation here, and the group simple passcodes, which you can click on to open up, and it will show you all of the passcodes you've saved under that group. You can also edit this and create another group or change the group. So in this case, choose the group. There is only one, or you can create a new one, change the note, save the change, and you can see the group has changed and the details are here. And you can delete them as well. Now you notice that the groups disappear. That's because if there's nothing in a group, the group disappears. There's no more group. Since we only have one passcode, we can only have one group. If I go back to the home and create a strong passcode, forgetful velocipede 47, save that. I can save it in the existing one or create a new one and save that passcode. It's confirming that it's saved. And showing the next one, My Account, Manage Passcodes. You can see now that under Strong Passcodes I have one, and under the Simple I have one. If I wanted to move the Simple one to Strong Passcodes, I simply move it to Strong Passcodes, save it, and now I only have Strong Passcodes because the Simple one's gone, because there is nothing in it. Once you have your passcodes, we can export the passcodes by clicking on the Export Passcodes to CSV. You'll get a download, save. Once it's downloaded, we can open it. As you can see on the CSV, it gives you the group name. It's ordered by group name, the passcode, the note, and what kind of passcode it is, just so that you know. That could be useful if you're doing a bunch of passcodes for a training session. You've got 10 or 15 people. You can use this list and maybe print it off for that class, or at the beginning of term for a form tutor or something. You can give them the list of users and passcodes so that they can make their initial login. There is the contact form as well, which I would really like you to use. Again, if you're signed in already, it knows your details, so you just need to type in a brief note, confirm you're not a robot, and send, and away that goes. And you'll get a copy of that email, and I will obviously see the email too, and I'll endeavour to respond to you as soon as possible. So I'd really welcome your feedback, not only on PWD but on this video as well. Thank you very much for watching, and look out for future videos where we go through the API in a little bit more detail. Thank you for watching.